Let's get started with an eye on the globe because there's a lot of action which happened in US yesterday night. Kanishka, good morning. Why did US fell?
Absolutely, Ankur. First of all, a very good morning to you. Despite the fall that we saw yesterday, let us, see that all the three major averages, they are expected to end on a high note, though the gains are not very significant if you look at it on a week-to-date basis. Now, speaking about yesterday's session, overnight the S&P 500 fell about 0.5%. The NASDAQ composite, that slid about 0.8%. Now, these indexes were weighed down by Tesla, which tumbled 14% as the CEO Elon Musk sparred with US President Donald Trump on social media. The Dow, which does not include Tesla, was off by 108 points or less than 0.3%. Now, earnings report could also be a theme on Friday with names like Broadcom expected to report their results today. Apart from that, non-farms payrolls data that is due to later in the day is something that we'll be watching out for. Now, all the three averages, as I mentioned earlier, they are in for a second week of gains as of now. The S&P 500 and Dow, they are up about 0.5% and 0.1% respectively on a week-to-date basis, whereas the NASDAQ composite, that is up nearly 1% this week.
All right, if you look at the crude front, not much action there because it is steadying around $65 if you talk about the Brent crude, and similarly WTI is hovering around $63. Why it is happening? Because in the turn of events which has happened on the trade truce front, oil is steady as those levels, but remember these levels are still 12 to 14% lower at the high of the calendar year, but still with the expectation of output hike which can happen in July, the crude is hovering around $63 if you talk about WTI.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.